Hello, BookTube. Well, it's that melancholy moment. It's the last mail haul of the week. I've got three packages here, and one of them is a box. So we'll just go through the other two of these big white envelopes that usually contain finished copies of something or other. Let's see what this first one is. It's a finished copy indeed. Ooh, okay. All right, comes out on May the 28th, so this is late getting to me, but boy, oh boy, am I happy to have it. Good Lord, this is the great Elizabeth Bear. Look at this thing. This is Red Stained Wings. Look at that cover. Wow. Wow. This is the sequel to The Stone and the Skull, and it takes the hero Gage into desert lands under desert sky to answer the riddle of the stone and the skull. The Gage and the dead man brought a message to the greatest wizard of Messaline to the ruling queen of Sarathai, one of the Lotus Kingdoms. But the message was a riddle, and the Lotus Kingdoms are at war. The Lotus Kingdom books expand the world Bear created in her Eternal Sky trilogy, beginning with the highly praised novel The Range of Ghosts. And I don't know off the top of my head if I have the previous book in this series, The Stone and the Skull. I'm not sure that I do. I'll have to check and see, and maybe get it if I don't. But boy, that's fantastic! I never get science fiction or fantasy on this channel, or in real life, not just this channel, but in reviewing just in general. So that's great, especially an author I really like. All right, let's move on. That's a great start. So now we'll move on to the second one. What is this? What is this? The bean has grabbed the folder. Okay, all right. All right, this looks a little different than the advanced copy. I confess I still haven't got to this book, and I've had it for quite some time. This is, we saw it on this channel already. This is FKA USA by Reed King. This is the finished copy. Comes out in late June. Set in the year 2085. In the wake of environmental disasters and catastrophic policies of its final president, the United States has dissolved into 26 disparate territories. In the future of humanity rests in the hands of one young man and a talking goat. So begins Reed King's wildly imaginative, eerily prescient debut, FKA USA, which has already been acquired for film by Warner Brothers for a 7-figure deal. So I don't know, Reed King is a pseudonym, but I'm guessing that is mission accomplished. I don't think this was ever meant to be a book. And that's what this is. This is a dystopian novel. Truckee Wallace lives in Crunchtown 407, formerly known as Little Rock, Arkansas, a factory town where he's employed to pull the hand crank approximately 3,267 times a day on an assembly line that produces a staple of the continental diet, Flavor Blast cheese dust. He has no grand ambitions in life except for maybe getting a better VR visor or losing his virginity someday. That is, until a mysterious talking goat shows up at the factory. Suddenly he is tapped by the president for a sensitive political mission to deliver the goat across the continent. Truckee and the goat, Barnaby, set out across the barren wasteland that was formerly known as the USA. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, so the actor who plays okay, a young man in Crunchtown 407 and a talking goat. Okay, all right. Who is the actor I'm thinking of? The actor who plays the villain in the new Star Wars movies. His name is escaping me at the moment. He has a very distinctive face, and he will play Truckee Wallace in the movie version of this, I guarantee, unless his agent misses a phone call. And I'm guessing that the goat will be voiced by George Clooney. And I'm guessing that all of that was long since planned ahead of time. If there's any actual prose in this book, this is just going to be a dressed up screenplay. Unless I'm mistaken, I'd be happy to be surprised. That's for sure. Now we get to the box. We'll do the box and then we'll be done with the mail for the week. Had a pretty good mail week. There were a couple of dud days where I just just wasn't pleased by what I saw. Oh, okay, all right. This is the finished copy, also a late June release. This is wow. Okay. Okay, this is the first in a series. I think we saw this already. This is the lovely finished copy. Good Lord. This is The Burning Chambers by Kate Moss. This is inspired by the French Wars of Religion. This sweeping series debut takes readers into a captivating world of love and loss, war and displacement, spanning 300 years. In France, 1562, war sparks between Catholic and Protestant, dividing neighbors, friends, and family. A young couple is thrown together by chance, finding themselves on opposing sides as forces beyond their control threaten to tear them apart. Through Moss's exquisite storytelling, readers will engage with complicated and distressing current issues by way of historical fiction. Themes of displacement and religious intolerance dividing communities will resonate heavily with current times. At the heart of The Burning Chambers isn't the queens, kings, or generals leading the way, but the stories of ordinary people fighting for their freedoms. Okay, so probably one of the highest profile historical novels that we'll see this year. This has got a lot of money behind it. It's going to be in every bookstore in great big heaping piles. And it has blurbs from A.J. Finn, Madeline Miller, and Margaret George. So, and once again, I have the advanced copy, which looks very different from this. It doesn't have a bright orange look to it at all. I have the advanced copy, and I haven't got to it. This is a lovely thing. So I need to do that right away. In fact, a lot of these three are reminders of what I need to do right away. Although I didn't know I was going to get the Elizabeth Bear, in my own defense. So we have historical fiction, The Burning Chambers. We have dystopian fiction, a debut by a pseudonymous author, and we have The Red-Stained Wings by Elizabeth Bear. Number 2 in her latest series. I'll have to see if I can get number 1 at least to refresh my memory. But as far as mail hauls go, not a bad one. 3 big, gorgeous hardcovers. Fantastic. So I'll wrap up on that note, and I'll see you soon. Thank you, BookTube.